I'm happy to speak, about my country to German listeners, and I would like to thank attendees because um, I hope that you will get inspired from this program and visit our country, try our national food, which is very tasty. You will be able to communicate with people and really feel our hospitality and visit our beautiful places that you have seen in this session. Let me briefly introduce myself. I'm specialist in sustainable development. Um, I'm a woman entrepreneur. I am a co-founder and director of two organizations. It's a green business innovation, a consultancy working in the area of climate change and innovations in the sector. We also have a non-profit, which is Tech for Impact, and we managed to register and have it official, because the programs we do in the sector, we do it for many years, but finally we have now an NGO also to scale up our programs. And I'm thankful to Dilfuza, previous speaker, that she mentioned about Technovation. This is one of our programs that we do, and it's our passion that we really transfer, the knowledge and skills that we have to younger girls in technologies. It's obvious a big gap, between man and woman when we speak about tech education or tech business. And it's not only in Uzbekistan, it's all over the world, and statistics can show you, these figures. And I'm happy that I have an opportunity to change this through our programs. But my passion is about climate change, and I've been working in this sphere for many years, and doing consultancy the last 5 years. I'm also part of Tech Woman Network, global one, and Technovation Regional Ambassador. I do also give lectures to the students at Webster University on environmental ethics course, and I'm happy that we have such course for students independent of their major. So MBA students as well as media students, all of them has to have as a subject of environmental ethics. I also do some consultancy with World Bank. So today we've picked up the topic of clean tech innovations in Uzbekistan. And while selecting the topic, I was thinking about Germany, how I can connect the work I do here with the country where I have the attendees. So I have to know that when I do presentation to my students, one of the slides I do for sure, I show the Germany as one of the leading countries in the world in clean tech innovations and technologies. Correct me if I'm wrong, but clean tech innovations, consultancy is quite a good portion of GDP in Germany. It's close to 20%. So it obviously shows the opportunities in this sector. In Uzbekistan, this topic is quite new. And I was, when I was opening my consultancy 3 years ago, when I was back from my studies in UK, I was receiving a lot of questions. Like my mother is still asking, what is your major? What are you doing? Because it's not easy really to explain, to people, like ordinary people, why it's so important, to speak about clean technologies, climate change, and how it relates to business, and how it relates to innovations and startups in our country. but it has, of course, very clear relationship and opportunities in our country. Let me start with some ecosystem information. So if we talk about clean tech and innovations, of course, everybody can think about renewable energy, right? Because it's one of great opportunities to really reduce the climate impact on climate change. So you can see here the map of Uzbekistan. So I don't want to be too technical, but you can see, you know, the dark sides of Uzbekistan. It's quite a big part. So we have very high irradiation. So this is an opportunity for solar energy. So in the table here, you can see our potential. So it's 3 million gigawatt hours a year. So it's very big number. At the same time, we need to realize this potential. And I'm happy that in the last 2 years, we have major developments in the sector. First of all, we had the law on renewable energy, and last year we had a law adopted on circular economy. So these laws actually give a green light to clean tech and innovation, renewable energy projects in the country. And nowadays I can say that I'm so happy to share, and my company is also contributing with environmental surveys and part of the work in two big solar and wind power stations. Hopefully very soon you will hear the news in 1 year that we have 100 megawatt solar and 500 megawatt wind power stations, and this is going to be like I hope the new era for solar energy and renewable energy in the country. Here I want to move, as I told you, so we work in the area of innovations in clean tech. So I will talk from the perspective of the practitioner in the area and the projects and you know, the innovations we run as a company, in partnership with other companies and with government, because definitely when we speak about innovations, it's about partnership, and government role is important, partnership with business and NGOs is important. So at the same time, when we speak about innovations and opportunities, there should be some problems in the sectors. And previous speakers mentioned about transboundary waters. So definitely water is one of the issues in the region, not only in Uzbekistan, but in Central Asian region. And we are, Uzbekistan is downstream country, so we very much depend on you know, water from neighboring country, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, who are upstream countries. So, and water is a very rare resource, and according to the World Bank statistics, it's going to be one of the most precious resources in Central Asia in the next 5 or 10 years. So like very soon, it's happening already now. So we need innovations, we need efficiency in this sector. Energy, obvious. We are a growing country, we are a growing economy, we need energy resources, and if there is an opportunity for energy efficiency, renewables, then for sure, you know, it's going to contribute to the development of the economy. Agricultural sector is one of the major sectors in our country, and of course there are a lot of issues with efficiency, with water shortage, energy, and this sector definitely needs innovations because there are a lot of problems in this sector. And when we speak about innovations and clean tech, so we speak about business, we speak about startups, and if they flourish, we'll have more jobs, more sustainable jobs. So I'm really I'm really looking forward, when we will have bigger market of green businesses in the country. So as a small consultancy, we do a number of programs together with our partners. So as I mentioned, we work with government on various innovation programs, specifically in the area of climate change, science. I'd like to mention here first in Uzbekistan, Science Accelerator, CAT Science Accelerator. So it's based in the Center for Advanced Technologies. It's life science center for like innovations and science development under the Ministry of Innovation in Uzbekistan. I think it was 2 years ago when the Ministry of Innovation was established in Uzbekistan, which actually has a great role to play in the innovation area. And we are partnering with the Center for Advanced Technologies the last 2 years. So we are having now the second round of startups in the sector. It's amazing, how many, interesting ideas we have in the sector, but we really miss commercialization. So commercialization rate is quite low. It's less than 1%. So here we need like joint action with scientists and businesses, so that we can have more science-based startups working in the country. We have also we managed to have last year an acceleration program, first in Uzbekistan and Central Asia, related to startups in water and climate change sector. So it showed, while it's interesting, in terms of opportunities in the sector, it was not easy to attract young people. And this program, of course, it's for young, enthusiastic entrepreneurs who really want to do business in the sectors. So even though we had an opportunity to work with startups, 20 startups for the first year, I hope that the program will grow in the coming years. We were also first in the country to represent a global program of startups in climate change, which is Climate Launchpad, based in Amsterdam. We managed to take 2 teams last year, so this is actually the first year when Uzbekistan was represented at the global arena, with clean tech startups participating and competing for funding and sharing their experience with other participants from more than 60 countries. I also want to mention GIZ and the program that they launched last year for development of startup ecosystem in the country. And through that program, I am a participant so of the program, and I've been to Berlin this year in January. We were introduced to the ecosystem startups. Of the startups, we visited Silicon Alley. Very interesting insights, and the main thing is really to build cooperation. And within the next 3 months, we managed to launch one more small program with Impact, the organization which is organizing this program for GIZ. It's an NGO based in Berlin, and I was so happy to find the first contact, and I hope that our cooperation will grow, because definitely we know, like, Berlin as one of the, probably it is the center or in Europe, in startups, in innovations, and we hope that we will build that partnership. Uzbekistan is a young country, so we have almost 70% of youth. So it's definitely for us, to work and cooperate in this sphere. Just briefly, probably most of you know what is Accelerator. It's a program, usually from 3 months, it could be 6 months or 1 year long. So it's actually helping, young startups, teams to quickly run through, some intensive education to get some competencies to work in a team or to build a team, to gain the network, get some legal support, and really test, the idea they have, because very often scientists and inventors, they just love their invention. At the same time, they really have no clue whether the market really needs, the invention, or if there is a market for this product. So this is just to give you an idea how it looks like. Our sessions, we do different kind of days, like Green Business Platform, you can see here in our partners' premises. We really enjoy when we have visitors from Silicon Valley, UK, Central Asia, and we hope that we will have speakers from Germany. This is one of my messages to the people listening to us. So we are looking forward to welcoming you in one of our events next year, hopefully. So you can see that we have different, we use different methodologies. It's design thinking. We have different formats, speed mentoring sessions. So it's actually about, building critical thinking skills, empathy, understanding problems of the target audience that you are going to work with within your business. So it's innovations. It's a lot of communication. You can see from the photos here. This was a very great event when we had 2 teams, and the first place was won by ladies, and this team was out of 10 teams the only women founders team, and they got the first place in Uzbekistan, and we traveled to Amsterdam to share they pitched to the international jury panel their projects. So what is our roadmap? What are we going to where we are moving? So we definitely need more mentors while we are developing innovations in the country. We need more brains, so we need more mentors to really guide and help in a different stage, our startups, specifically like in the area of clean tech and climate change. So we hope that we will have more programs and continue our innovations, continue our acceleration programs. It's very much depends on the opportunities for funding, but this side is also developing in the country, and we are actually building, the community and interest to clean tech, and showing the opportunities, business opportunities in this important area. I briefly want to say that as a company, we also managed to build 2 online platforms. We are very much IT and tech based. As far as we saw, the need for some IT platform that is going to help us actually to work within our programs. So we developed first a startup acceleration program platform. It helps our programs, and we also outsource that platform. And we also at the moment working very hard on the development of the mentoring platform for Central Asia. But we really welcome, mentors from all around the world, and we have quite extensive network. But this platform will help us to really make some system, and also build, some format for engaging mentors into startup acceleration processes. So I really would like to invite, specialists who are working in this area and interested to cooperate within this platform. So this is our plans. We are scaling up. We are scaling up to Central Asia, and we are giving big attention to IT and data and artificial intelligence within clean tech area projects, and we are building partnership and connections.
Saida, I think I should a little bit intervene to the process. I think I'm very thankful for this for this inspiring presentation. To be honest, several years ago, I was studying in Tashkent, and I would be so happy to participate in something like this, because I think this is something new and unique to Uzbekistan. And I'm very envying also people who are participating in your events and the programs you are doing. I think it's very important. And we have some questions to your presentation. And the first question is, I would say it's a rather critical or with assumption, and it is from Anonym from Zoom. And the question is, do you think everyday questions of sustainability are more question of the upper class? So is the question clear?
Yeah, I do understand what is meant, by the person who is asking the question, because usually, very often we can see that, when we speak about sustainability, this means more some better products which are more expensive. But in Uzbekistan, I cannot say so, because probably we didn't reach that I would say capitalism level. We still have an opportunity to have cheap and good quality food, well, when we talk about sustainability, it's not just some very luxury things. It's sometimes very simple things. It's about our behavior. It's about our attitude. It's about our education, and education from the very small age, like from the kindergartens and schools. Like when you speak, how it's important, to make best use, of the resources that the earth provides to us, and that they are limited actually. So it's a lot of about education. This is why while we started working in this area, we pay a lot of attention to really sharing the knowledge, building the community, because it starts like from each person, from each person's behavior.
Yes, I think a lot of people would agree with this, and I think the second question is very connected with what you are saying, and it's also from anonymous participant in Zoom, and this person is asking: are there any traditional ways of agriculture, farming methods, or similar that are already done in Uzbekistan that can be used for more sustainable agriculture?
Obviously, yeah, there are, and we have. If you visit Uzbekistan, you will see, and you will taste all our fruits and vegetables. They are very sweet. So we have like long traditions. At the same time, like traditional agriculture, in the farming, it's not, of course, widely spread, because farmers, they need to increase their yield. And since the Soviet time and now, so a lot of chemicals are used. And actually one of our this year startups, they are scientists. So they are working on the organic fertilizer for farms. And actually they are showing the efficiency and how to and showing the efficiency in price as well, and you know, opportunities for yields. So it's all about you know, practice and showing the cost efficiency. So as far as we will have like more scientific startups in this sector, yes. So I'm sure we will have more opportunities to have less chemicals in our agriculture. But
yes, so Saida, thank you very much. And I'm looking to the time, and sorry that I'm sometimes interrupting you. And
yeah, no problem.
Yes, yes. And I think I'm very thankful for this presentation, very inspirational one. I think you are opening a new page in Uzbekistan. I hope you will be an example for the new branch. And I think Simone from Al Sharq, we are sitting out also here in a place, in a co-working spaces, and there are some startups. I'm sure your request for cooperation will be also addressed here or between our participants.